Hey everybody, Adam Savage at Prub Store in London with Stephen Lane and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Dude, tell me about this costume. This is beautiful to see up close.
It is, yeah. Spider-Man 3, directed by Sam Raimi, 2007. This, of course, is Spider-Man once he's been infected by the symbiote.
Yeah.
So we have this black suit rather than the traditional blue and red suit. But I think from a stylization, from a design perspective, they really managed to capture something special here. I think they managed to make it work, didn't they?
Yeah. It's got some amazing levels of detail built into this, and I'm a huge fan. It's been a great couple of decades for Spidey suits. Like, every one of them is a banger. I am a deep fan of the Raimi suits. I love the dimensionality of them.
Yeah. Textures to it.
I love Tobey Maguire too.
Yeah, I
as
agree.
the Spider-Man. There's some beautiful, subtle muscle painting on the underlayment, the bottom layer of the stretch fabric.
You wouldn't know was there, would you? And not
No.
unless you get up close and personal to it. You can sort of see it around the rib area here and sort of around the six-pack area, I suppose, here, just to try and bring the muscles through as much as anything else, isn't it?
Exactly, and it's pulling out that detail and creating contour, giving you more definition. Because, I mean, famously, these stretchy suits tend to, even if you're muscle bound, they tend to pull that in and make you look not muscle bound, so that even big muscly guys often have extra muscles under their suits just for definition.
Yeah, which we have here as well.
Oh, this has a muscle
This
suit?
has a muscle suit underneath it as well, yeah. So there's definitely a muscle suit under here as well as the paint detail to fully enhance and really give that extra muscly look to it as well. But I mean, you can see just by looking closely at this just how fragile and delicate the nature is of the webbing. You know, it really isn't something like most props and costumes that are built for film use. Then, you know, there's no thought about longevity for it.
No.
I mean, that's a collector thing, isn't it? That's a preservation thing once it comes off the film and gets into the masses. And this has already had some work done on it to try and help stabilize it.
I'm really glad, because it has to be made out of a foam, a latex, a super low durometer polyurethane in order to move with the actor.
Yeah.
And they clearly screen printed this sort of up and down brick pattern on the under fabric, but it's also clear that the webbing here is all hand applied. So they cast it in sections, they molded them, they bring them over. You could see some of the glue lines. Someone must have spent days gluing up each one of these pieces.
It's a fair bit of work there, isn't it?
Oh, it really is.
And look, you know, I think it's been taken to a certain degree by the current owner. It's obviously been mounted on this mannequin form as well. So you've got the underskull, the original underskull here, which supports the face element of it. You've got the original muscle suit that supports the shape and form of the suit, which is great. But I think it's just important to note that ideally it should remain on this, because otherwise you're up for a task. There is a job to be done, and look, it can be done.
Sure.
You know, we've seen a number of people restore these suits in the past. It is achievable.
There are some wonderful people doing amazing things, but with stuff like this foam latex, your first pass is always going to have to be just stabilization.
Yes.
You can't bring it back to original looking form. That would require another intervention.
Yes, yeah, another level of work for sure. And I think it's also interesting to note that the boots are built into it. So, I mean, obviously he can't be running around in his bare feet, but he's got to look like he's running around in his bare feet, sort of thing. And so there are sort of like trainer-like boots that actually sit within there as well. But they've managed to keep the proportions really nicely leveled up, haven't they? Considering there's actually footwear within there as well.
No, it really does. I have never seen a Raimi costume up close until now. And being my favorite suit, it is really delightful to see how much subtlety there is built in. I'm even noticing, I was noticing, I said this to you off camera, there's a little airbrush of purple clear around each lens just to give the illusion that they are coated lenses, and I really like those kinds of details.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm assuming, and I won't try and remove them, but these would probably be held on with magnets.
That's what
so they
my
would clip on,
understanding
clip off, allow a little bit more air in between takes and things like that without having to get out of the whole suit. And how do you get out of the suit? I mean, there's always a joke about that, isn't there, about the suit? So I don't think we can really see from the front, but there's
some kind of hidden zipper somewhere.
There's a zipper section around the back here, actually.
So did he just put the whole thing up and over?
Yeah, I think so, and then feet in, and then just pull it up and over to. Yeah, I mean, tough to get in and out of. But so, how do you feel about the design by comparison to the sort of original comic book design for this character, this iteration of Spider-Man?
I am less about a fidelity to the original material than I am the thing should feel to me like it is the real thing.
Right.
And I see this, and I mean, it just feels like a magical time to have superhero movies, because the Spider-Man of my 8-year-old dreams looks exactly like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I think it's brilliant as well. I mean, I think it really, really works. I think the textures are there, the design's there. I think it worked brilliantly on screen as well.
Oh, totally. And I also want to point out that the fandom of the spider suits has done a tremendous and deep dive into every single movie, every single suit from each movie. And I have seen postings from people who have sat there and puff painted every web. I've seen them cast their own webs and hand apply them just like the real film. It is amazing the levels that the fans will go to get the genuine experience.
Huge amount of love for it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
truly. And really well deserved. My favorite Spider-Man movie is the second one. I just love that scene in the subway when the New Yorkers all protect him. And just like, I never don't cry in that scene. But again, Raimi's my favorite Spider-Man director. These are my favorite Spider-Man suits, man. Sorry, I've been going on and on and on. I really apologize. Have you carried many spider suits in the past?
We've had a few. Yeah, we have had a handful over the years. And they all sort of suffer with the same problems that we're looking at here. They're sort of inherent with the design of the suit,
right,
because it's not designed to last. Designed by Jim Atchison, isn't it?
I don't know, really.
I think they are. Yeah, maybe we should check that before we roll with it. But I'm pretty certain it was Jim Atchison, and he was instrumental in sort of working out how this design was going to come together, how the materials were going to come together. And over the years, we've had some of his designs come through our hands, and we've also had some component parts of the webbing as well.
Oh, fabulous.
And the sort of just the badge.
Oh,
the
yeah, I've
standalone
definitely
badge
seen
on
some
its own.
spiders in the past.
Yeah, so there are other bits and pieces out there for sure, but I think it's the first time that we've had a complete black Spider-Man.
One of the things I love about the logos superheroes like Batman and Spider-Man is we just have an idea in our head that there's a spider on their chest or a bat on their chest. Meanwhile, out in the world, there's like a million iterations of what that spider looks like and what that bat looks like. Again.
So how much do you love this spider design?
I love the Raimi Spider. I love the evil Raimi Spider.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had a different design for the chest for the evil version. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just make it look a little bit more threatening, a little bit more imposing, a little less friendly, perhaps.
Dude, I mean, if you're a director and your actor walks in dressed like this, you're like, we're good. Let's go have some fun. The auction's coming up.
It is. It's live right now online, and the live auction takes place on December the 5th through to the 7th.
You could buy this, but you can't wear it. I can't believe you stuck it out till the end. Well, now that you're here, let's talk about some of the cool stuff we have at adamsavage.com, our merch site. We make stuff for makers, and one of the most important tools a maker possesses is, of course, their laptop. That's why this year we are making 2 laptop sleeves, a large and a small, to protect your precious cargo. Like all of our products, they're made of upcycled materials, manufactured in the United States. And on each of these models, we have included a new feature, which is like my new favorite thing in the world, is this pencil holder with a rubber stamp of my name here. This is inspired by the NASA astronauts' name labels on the Apollo astronauts. And there's one on both sizes. Get yours today at adamsavage.com.